Anambra State Police Commissioner CP Ikioye Orutugu on Monday intensified operations against the sit-at-home order and led an advocacy campaign against it. In a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer, Anambra State Police Command SP Tochukwu Ikenga, the CP expressed concern over how the illegal act has negatively affected the social and economic growth of the state. According to him, the CP emphasized the need to educate the public about the negative impact of the order and promised to promote a return of normalcy in the state. This is part of the strategy under the new leadership of the Anambra State Police Command to address the public's attitude towards ideologies based on crime. This includes attacks on suspecting members of the public, security personnel, kidnapping, abduction of individuals, destruction of government infrastructure, and other criminal activities, the statement said. Additionally, the statement assured that the police and other security agencies have taken over the streets, especially on Mondays and other days, to maintain safety in the state. Please, I'd love to get your thoughts on this continuous sit-at-home order that has been going on in the Southeast for a very long period of time now.
Thank you very much. I've said it before that allowing non-state actors to, take over the administration of an entire region every Monday, it's more or less quite unfortunate. This is an issue that has been with the people for quite some time. I know that there are certain issues that some various interest groups, have actually been calling for, especially as it concerns the Southeast region. But then again, I also believe that regardless of our agitations and concerns, there are civilized ways to do things, okay? There are procedures, in as much as I'm also aware that as a Nigerian, you have every right to demand for your rights, but when you begin to compel people against their will to sit at home on a work day, most times, not even most times, schools, markets, and other businesses are completely grounded, due to the cost of the sit-at-home, and the adverse effects are far-reaching. So it's a good thing that now that the governor of Anambra State is taking a lead. I've always said that it's not enough to ask the people to come out. Oh, come out. Nobody has any right to order you to sit at home. But what adequate measures have you put in place to protect these people? Because these people don't just ask people to sit at home. They go ahead to enforce the sit-at-home order. In states of the Southeast, that we have governors, that we have other stakeholders like the National Assembly members and, and what have you. So for me, it's a good thing that they are beginning to wake up from their slumber. I mean, the effect of putting business to a stop, it's something that cannot be overemphasized. And also, most of the times, you see that people get killed. Law enforcement agencies are attacked and killed. Traders, travelers, are meant to go through rigorous processes. If you want to move from you are coming from the southwestern part of the country, the north, and maybe you are coming to the south, and you are meant to pass through some of those states, you won't be allowed to do so. So these are the issues. So for me, I just want to say that, in addition to, mandating the police, something that, of course, should have been done like 6-7 years ago, because this sit-at-home order has gotten to almost a decade, if I'm not mistaken. But I know that it was after the IPOB leader was arrested and all of that. That was when we started hearing of the sit-at-home order. But it's still not too late for leaders in that region to wake up, just as what the governor of Anambra State is doing. Talking about His Excellency Charles Soludo. I must commend him for some of the steps he's taken recently to sanitize and bring, some level of, sanity to Anambra State. So for me, it should also go as far as, as you've given the mandate to the police, you go as far as also providing all the necessary logistic support and equipment that the Nigerian police and other security architecture that they will need to carry out this directive that has been given to them, so that we can begin to see normalcy being restored to the southeast.
Thank you so much, Indes Mufasa. Well, I'd love to ask you, you talked about the parts that the non-state actors use forcefully enforce the sit-at-home order in the southeast. Why do you think there has not come to a point where the government will literally, intentionally decide to curb this incident, this sit-at-home order that's been going on for a long period of time? Why is it still lingering? The operations against it, making sure there is normalcy and trying to make sure that goods and properties, individuals are not affected whilst they try to enforce this in the southeast. Is there no possibility that this can be put to a stop entirely?
Of course there are, and that was why I said, perhaps in the time past, not until we're beginning to see this kind of intentional move coming from the governor of Anambra State. In the past, I know we've been hearing of, come out, they've been paying lip service to the activities of these misguided elements, okay? They have not really shown sincerity of purpose and intention. That was why, there was a time I said that leadership is lacking in the southeastern part of this country. It is a primary responsibility of government to protect lives and property. Okay. And if you fail to do so, the people will lose confidence in you. Ordinarily, people who wouldn't have wanted to sit at home in the first place, when they see the way these people go about enforcing the orders, if you open your place of business, they come, destroy your goods and services. In most cases, they get you killed. I've seen disturbing videos of how these criminal elements went to schools, begin to beat up teachers and flog them, lie them on the floor and flog them. And while that is going on, the government agencies were not seen to, protect them. So tell me why, such an individual will want to come out on a Monday. We've seen cases where traders were attacked, where travelers were attacked, where vehicles were destroyed, in states where we have governments in place. So there has been, a lacking of leadership in the southeast. That was why you saw that, these people were able to carry out their activities, with impunity. But like you rightly asked, is there any way that these things can be put to a complete stop? Because it's not something that we should be calling of reducing it to the barest minimum. It has to be put to a stop. And the only way that this thing can be put to a stop is when the relevant stakeholders in that region, starting from the government, traditional rulers, opinion leaders, come out openly, not just to speak against these actions of these misguided elements, but also stand against it. We have the wherewithal. We are talking about a handful of, ragtag armies, challenging a state in this federation. That goes to show that is either the stakeholders from that region are enjoying what these guys are doing, or we have no capacity to curtail it. Just like what is happening in the north, where you see bandit leaders coming up brazenly, you know, to collect taxes from the people.
Yeah, I actually wanted to refer
You know,
to that.
so-
And then
so-
the
so-
incident of this Ramadan,
Yeah,
saying that
so
it's just consequence.
so I don't even want to go into the religious angle. Ramadan is their business. That's not my business. But we're talking about non-state actors. We're talking activities of non-state actors. A bandit kingpin will come out and begin to levy people taxes. Imagine the audacity. It's disturbing, to say the least. So for me, governments at all levels should ensure that the people are adequately and sufficiently protected against criminal elements like this, so that
Yes.
we do not have a situation where you have a parallel government. Because if somebody can wake up one morning, or a group of people, and begin to order people to sit at home on a day that you have freedom of movement,
Yes.
as guaranteed by the Constitution. And if they could do that with impunity and nothing is done to stop or avert it, then the people begin to lose confidence in the ability of government to protect them.
Thank you so much in this.